So what happens right here is that we get so caught up in trying to be correct or politically correct and going by letter and going by doctrine and going by what we saying and being this judge and being this ruler and this judge, and we ain't even living nothing.
Right.
We ain't even living a thing. And you still eating pork chops. You ain't talking back to me. You still, it makes no sense to me. So I say, what is a foreshadow? What is a type? A type is something that's representation, is a representative of something.
Yeah.
So in the Old Testament, God will use types and foreshadows as a representation of the New Testament.
Yes.
So Jesus was an expression, a living expression on what was the Old Testament.
Right.
So you may see the table of showbread and the brazen laver, and you will see the altar of incense as being worshiped, and now you're seeing a representation of worship expressed.
Yes.
So, bro, you're going by pork, and pork is a symbolic replica of what is destructive to the body if it's abused.
Yes.
If it's too much.
Yes.
I can drink water and it can kill me.
Yep. If you drink too much, yeah.
Come on, somebody. And what God was saying, like he was saying in the scriptures as he dealt with his disciples, he used nature to bring and express kingdom. So what makes you think that pork is going to cause you to go to hell?
Yeah.
I think it's deeper than that, brother.
Yeah.
I think it's deeper than what you are presenting.
Right.
Because what comes out the mouth and which one speaks, the actions and the conversations in which one operate in.
Yeah.
It's the matter of the heart condition.
Yes.
It's what God looks at.
Yes.
Then you give me a question about the thief at the cross. Why is it that he made it in? Because he asked the question.
Yeah.
But yet you're saying I'm going to go to hell for some pork. Now, I don't hardly eat pork because I have revelation about trying to preserve my body to live a long time.
Right.
So I can't take on some of the things that my grandmother and grandfather and my father, my dad, my mother did, or whatever. I am my own individual.
Right.
So I have to preserve my own temple.
Right.
So, but it has nothing to do with what's going on, because at the end of the day, we all are saved by grace when you begin to present your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your most reasonable service. So why is it that folk in the body cannot talk? And the more I kept talking, the more the brother kept listening.
I know, that's right.
And the more he kept listening, the more it was making sense.
All right.
So then we start talking about, well, you know, the white man. What happens right here is the white man took our land. So the ones that are righteous supposed to go and retrieve the things which the evil or the wicked has. So the grandfather took it from my great-great-grandfather, and now the grandchildren have the land. So if that's to be the case, if the grandchildren have the land, what are you doing to present yourself with wisdom to get it? Me saying, if that's mine, I'm going to say, give me back my stuff, or am I going to strategize? Am I going to strategize to get my stuff, or am I going to sit here and arguing or be argumentative towards the situation?
Right.
Would I use strategy on what is mine? David used strategy on what was his.
That's right.
David planned. He got his troops together to edify. I'm going to give you a revelation now. Everybody will look at the scriptures, and we will look at Jacob and how Jacob is the most deceptive individual. He is a deceiver. But God used the second person to edify as one becoming of the one that was supposed to have.
Right.
Why is it that the firstborn doesn't get it in this situation with Esau? Because God wants to show you that I am God. And just when you thought you got my pattern, you don't got it.
Right.
Just when you think you got me, you don't have me. You don't got me down.
Right.
I'm letting you know I'm the one. I'm the one that can bless the heathen, and I can bless the righteous. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, God chose Jacob.
Right.
He chose him to get the birthright.
Right.
So why is it that God chose him? Because, of course, we understand, I was telling the brother, that Esau himself was not in a position because of his spirit.
Right.
His spirit wasn't where God wanted to be, and that's what he hated about him. He had a bad attitude.
Right.
I'll tell you something, we got to change our attitude.
Yeah.
Woo. I'm learning now. I am learning that your spirit towards your conflicts has to change. How you feel, because you know how sometimes you may see a situation where you get pissed off and upset, and you walk with this spirit on you, and God said, I don't need you like this.
Right.
This is not where I want you.
Right.
This is not what I need from my body. This hatred spirit, this spirit of hate, this spirit of agony, frustration, weariness. God said we have to be able to alleviate ourselves from that. But let me get back to what I was saying. At the end of the day, Jacob himself strategized.
Mm-hmm.
He was not deceptive. He was strategizing. He got his birthright back, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got his birthright because he had to think of a strategy.
Yeah.
If my daddy dies, my brother already know is his. I will not get it from my brother because he ain't gonna give it to me.
Right.
As a matter of fact, you can tell how forward his brother was, because the moment that he took his birthright, the brother was out to try to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew how his brother was.
Right.
So he had to strategize in order to get his birthright. Y'all ain't talking back to me right now.
You teaching, that's why.
Look, listen. He had to come up with a strategy.
Right.
But we would say, Jacob, he was a deceitful person because he took his birthright and he deceived. That wasn't deception. That was called wisdom.
Wow.
Folk don't want to hear that, though. They don't want to hear that type of revelation. It's called wisdom.
Yeah.
And until we get to a place to where we start using wisdom with things instead of getting frustrated. See, he could have got frustrated with his daddy and said, Daddy, what was it? And he could have got frustrated and he could have been forward with it and ignorant, but he chose to use wisdom and be quiet and say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut out and I'm going to make war. I'm going to make my skin out to be like my brothers, and I'm going to use strategy to get my birthright.
Right.
My God.
Y'all ain't talking back to me.
Yeah.
So what did that say about black folk?
What did it say, sir?
And I was talking to the young man. I said, hey, look, listen, at the end of the day, what are we doing? What are we doing to prepare ourselves and using strategy and knowledge and wisdom to put ourselves in a position? The Jews did it. Holocaust was a monster.
Yes.
Holocaust was a beast. So why is it that they are in control of all of the population? Why is it that it's few in numbers with the Jews, but yet they control things?
Right.
Because they use strategy.
Yeah, you understand.
White folk don't even like that, but they respect the Jews. Really, if they could, they would like to be in control. But what the Jews did, they formed together and say, look, we got to be able to dominate. Oh, that brother got quiet right there. He was like, my God from Zion. What are we doing as black people? To come together, to unify ourselves and say, Man, do you know we are rich even in our poor state?
Yes.
If we can get our money together,
Yes. Yes.
if we get our stuff together and say, let's unify together, do we know we can have something called dominion properties?
Yes.
We can have businesses. We can be able to form strategies. Your brain and my money,
Yeah.
we come together, but yet you hating on me because of my money, and I'm hating on you because your brain, but I ain't letting you know that because you poor, and I'm going to let you know you poor because I got money, and my insecure issues, and me being insecure with the fact that I don't know what you know, but you got the money, I got the money, and you got the brains.
That's it. That's
Wow.
it. That is it. Right
That's
there.
black folk.
That's black folk.
folks, sir.
Black folk. They get mad.
Yes,
They hate on you.
Yeah.
Folk hate on you because you have, and they don't.
Yeah.
And the only thing that the only secure issues they have is the fact that they got the money.
Yeah.
They got the chains. Come on, somebody. Amen. And the ones that have discovered revelation is when they're on the ground, when they don't have much, when it's quiet, when they're in the struggle. They're learning. Say, when I get my money right,
Yes.
I'm going to do it like this.
Yes.
When I get my stuff together, we getting out the hood. Imagine if folk would just come together. What a threat.
Right.
See, the thing is, man, some folk scared to talk about this stuff because if it get into the wrong hand, we got to shut that person up now.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't afraid of that.
Right.
I'm just not afraid.
Me neither.
People don't want to talk about that, though. All right, let me get off of this, man.
No, stay.
Let me let me get off of that. I don't want to get too. I don't want to get too deep into that. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, y'all, we have to form alliances.
Yes.
What church folk do, we would rather shout in church and look like Catholic priests. We would rather shout in church. I'm not knocking the people that is real.
Right.
They actually are representing something. I never could get with the robe thing, and I never could get with it completely.
Right.
With all the hats and the staff and all that extra stuff, because some of that stuff is not even biblical. But people do it.
Right.
All right, amen. The fact of the matter is, we need to come together. Notice how the Nation of Islam, these folk is on their game.
Mm-hmm.
They going to the prisons. They going out here ministering. They doing the things they need to do. What are we doing? We'd rather